Video games. Do you like video games? Would you like a game like this? Or how about a game like this? That's a trick question because of the same game, my game. Hi, my name is Julian Davis and I'm the creator of Twilight's Final Judgment. Twilight's Final Judgment is a story-focused RPG with inspirations from Final Fantasy VII and the Mother series. You play as a detective in 1940s New York named Arthur Drake. Arthur Drake is the demigod's son of Hades as well, and so as we play through the story, we'll see how that noir theme and Greek mythology tend to mix together. This is my first YouTube video really going over this game. I have been working on it for about 3 years now, and I finally gained the confidence to actually start producing YouTube content and start my devlog so people can see the project and get to know me and the game. I hope you guys find it interesting. I'm gonna go with an unscripted video this time around, and honestly I'm probably gonna go unscripted for most of my other videos, but I wanted to dive right in. A major aspect of this game is that it has a very big story focus. Now there are going to be other gameplay elements like a morality system, battle systems, characters that you can build and customize with gear and skills that you can level up, and just being able to travel around to the different boroughs of New York. That will be all included within the game. But story is truly a first and foremost priority. So I thought for the first video and devlog, we could go over how I set up those dialogue systems. So currently I have a tutorial scene, which is perfect because it's not set up. This is a new system that I'm working out. And basically, if I go to the scene here, I have this police officer object that is supposed to speak to the main character. I have my old dialogue system, but this doesn't really apply anymore. Really, it's just a reference, and what we use now is actually the ink system integration. It helps me with dialogue options and different things for dialogue to really give me the control that I feel I need. So what we'll do with this integration is we're gonna first create a new ink. We're going to name it Police Officer Tutorial. Alright, and with that, we'll have this ink file here. So let's take a quick minute to set up his dialogue. I'm going to open it, and here we go. We're in the new ink file, and this system works pretty easy. It's very intuitive. It's pretty much a line by line feature. All we have to do is type a dialogue that says, let's for example have him say, "Hey Arthur," and as you'll see on this left side, it will set up what he says and we can put a reply. How's it going? And it'll pretty much type out the dialogue like this. It's a very simple feature, but to make it work for my game, we have a specific set of things that we need to do. First, we're going to create a variable, and I'm going to call it speaker, and I'm going to make speaker equal to nothing in the text for right now. And actually, while I'm at it, let me increase the text size so it's a little bit easier to see. So we're going to make speaker equal to nothing. Just keep it as a global variable that is empty. And then we're going to start typing over a lot of the dialogue. So let me take this over here, get my reference for the script, and start saying, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, officer. What are you doing at my door so late?" This will be Arthur speaking, and the officer will reply, "Sorry to bother you, but we just got word that there has been a recent killing by the Patriot Killer. Currently, our main character is hunting down a serial killer called the Patriot Killer, And so this will be relevant to the story, just typing out some dialogue to put in the placeholder for now, nothing too complex. Oh, I see. I'll come down to the scene as soon as I can. And we'll just keep it pretty simple. I don't want to get it too long for this tutorial. Just keep it simple and easy. And so now we have to decide who's speaking. So with this system in Ink, when you create a variable here at the top, if you put this little squiggly sign right here and the variable, it will allow you the option to change the value. So here we have Arthur speaking, so we're going to want to express that here at the top. The next line we have our NPC speaking, so we're going to put pretty much each person that is speaking, we're going to place here at the top. Just like this. Oh, can't forget to put it in my quotations. And pretty much that's good to go. We save it. It has all our dialogue loaded out right here. And what I'm gonna do is we'll switch back over to Unity here. And now, this has been saved. Our little file has compiled down here. And so the next step is that on our little dialogue system, we'll keep these minimized for now. There's this Ink JSON file. We take the JSON file of this Ink document and we drag it into here, and then I'll also drag into my dialogue manager right here, and then make sure all my settings are correct, and they seem to be. I have worked on this previously, and when I'm doing videos later on, I'm going to give a much more deeper dive into my dialogue system, so it's a lot more understood. But right now, it's a lot, and I will save that probably more so for when I'm cleaning it up. I'm still not the best at tutorials, so I'm figuring it out. So I think the best thing to do now is to give it a test. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this cop as not active in our scene and just give it a good old play test. Alright, so if everything works out correctly, we should be able to walk to the door, press E to interact, E to interact again, and oh, here he goes. Hello officer, what are you doing at my door? And he'll say, sorry to bother you, but we just got word that there's been a recent killing. And as you can see, the player names and icons are fading in and out as they are supposed to be. So this is working perfectly. And then he'll say, oh, okay, I'll come down the scene as soon as I can. The scene will end, and then we'll be moved to the next scene, taking us out of the tutorial and allowing us to pretty much jump into the very next thing. This is really all I'm going to go over for now. It's a really simple concept, and the software Ink makes this a very, very easy process. I suggested for anybody who's working on dialogue, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials that I even watched on how to integrate it, and even for more better process of how to utilize it. It's very simple and very quick to learn. It literally took me a day or two, and it has changed my game in many ways. So I'm going to leave this first devlog here. In the next video, I'm probably going to go over more so details about the overworld and show people how I get the character to walk around and interact with their environment, and how I use the tile system within Unity. And I'll see you guys then. Alright, you guys have a great one.